Oh God. Go. Not yet. Hello, I'm just waiting for everybody to come in. Let me see. See, I put this in there. Hello, 10. I'm trying to see how. Okay, peace. I'm trying to see how I put the thing in the chat for you. Okay, give me 1 minute. Leave studio, share screen. Okay. Wait, give me 1 minute. I'm trying to put this in there. Hello, everybody. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to see how share. I'm trying to put this link down here. They won't act stupid. Okay, peace. I see you. I'm trying to. I don't know. Your mind's acting stupid because I'm trying to put the link in there so I can give it to you so you can get on. Let me see. Your mind's want to act stupid. Comment. God. Okay, now I'm going to put the link down there for you. Okay, push on the link so you can get in. Okay, you got the link? Hey, Jamari. Peace. 10. Okay. Peace. Just hit on the link. Okay. Hello.
Hey, Sheila, I don't have my face up. I just got my voice.
Okay. That's all right. You can show yourself if you want to. Okay.
Nice. Right. I'm about to destroy this laptop, and I don't want y'all to see me acting crazy.
Okay. Well, go ahead, finish what you were saying, because this is part 2, what you were saying.
I appreciate you so much. So basically, is Tien gonna join us again?
Where's she at?
She's in the chat.
10 is, wait, let me see. Is this her? No, that's not her. Okay, 10, just hit the link.
But yeah, so basically, what we were saying, you know, about how this might open up a door, if they do go ahead and let this execution take place, because it's very serious. You know, if someone is not guilty of a crime and it's
Well,
already
hold on,
been
peace.
okay.
Okay, here she go.
Okay.
Auntie,
Okay.
auntie.
What, Jamari?
Hi.
You can't get on here. Bye. Get off. Don't speak
Somebody
on.
said auntie.
Yeah, he playing. I thought that was 10. Go ahead, he playing.
That's your nephew?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What you were saying? I thought that was 10. He sitting up there playing?
Yeah. So basically, like we were saying, if this happens, then what's that gonna say about you know the whole, not just the state of Alabama, but the country as a whole? If we let stuff like this, and I don't know if this is the only case like this, and I
Mhm.
don't know. I need to research and see, because I'm sure it's not the only case. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Things like this happen all the time. But this is one that has been brought to the light here in the state. And we're at the point where Thursday is a few days away, and we're trying to get 75,000 signatures. Okay, so who's to say that even if we do get the signatures, it's left up to the governor solely to make the decision?
But it's so we had. I mean, they had so many years. They had so many years for this, and the last minute. How you doing, Cluster? I mean, this is ridiculous. They had you saying 2000 what? 4
The
or
killing in 2004 is when it happened. Yes.
and then you talking about this 2020 and yet I mean,
Yeah,
come on, that's ridiculous. And like I said, in the day is I don't care how much drugs he done use. I don't even care. The end of the day is he a human being, and that's not right. It's not right.
that's right. I
It's not
agree.
right. No. Mm-mm. So end of the day is I don't agree with that.
And I can only, I was trying to see if I could locate his
Oh,
mother,
you
because if I'm
see.
not mistaken, his mom is still alive as well. And I'm just wondering, do these people even know what rights they have? Has anybody even gave them legal counsel as to what they could have been doing all these years?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just the fact that the family has not been actively involved? See, I don't know the ins and outs. I do know that the attorney on the case is trying to dig up things and do what she can to try to help him. He's changed lawyers a few times because they were all court appointed.
Mm-hmm.
He could not
Well,
afford an attorney. And we all know how that works.
yeah.
They don't care. They just doing something. Because if they solely cared, ain't no way in hell that a good lawyer, paid lawyer, would have this man sitting on death row. I'm sorry. I don't think that would have happened if he would have had a paid lawyer. That's
Mm-hmm.
just my opinion.
Wow. I don't understand this. I really don't. High flex. I don't understand this because this is ridiculous. It really is. They
Like
had
God's
plenty.
child
They had
said, we
plenty of
need to call
time.
the office.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys click on that link, like I was telling you under the description of my live, it actually,
It's
you can sign the petition, and it actually goes into
it's
detail
not
and tell you a
clustered.
little bit more about what happened. So if you click on that link, you can see what actually happened. Am I still here? Yeah, I'm
Well,
here.
yeah, but I'm on. This is Joel. This is not cluster. I pluck you on my. Is this?
Somebody said somebody blocked me.
Yeah, I block you on my other account.
Uh-oh,
I
you
don't.
having some.
I don't think this cluster is this. I don't think this her. But I don't think that's her. I don't know if it's the real her or not because I know it's a account. She got a they got a fake account and they act like it's her. Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
don't. That's
no.
yeah, that's not her. So that's I'm blocking that person. It said yes, it is close to my account. Got flat. Okay, okay, it is her. Okay, because I thought it was another account. Yes, it is close to my. Oh, okay. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. What you saying? Okay,
But
cluster. I didn't know it was you. If it's you, cluster, then come up. I'm gonna drop the thing for you because I don't think that's cluster. I don't know.
Somebody making fake accounts or
Yeah,
something.
they got a fake account with her. She said, yeah. Who's
Oh
this?
wow.
Okay, that's okay.
But yeah, I'm not gonna take up your live, Sheila. I pretty much had basically finished what I
No,
was
because
gonna
I
say
was
now.
coming on for you to do it. So go ahead. And I'll wait for
Oh,
10 to come up,
I
but she ain't
appreciate
coming
it.
up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But she said she's backstage. You gotta click her on, Sheila.
Okay. Yeah, what I'm backstage. Okay, come on again. Do it again. That must have been okay. Click on it again and it come up. Cause now I just click on for that person to come up and it went back down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to come up because 3 people could come up.
She says she
Okay,
may be
here you go
saying
right
that
here. She go right here. That was
okay.
her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, here she go.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, T, and I wanted to we were talking before my stuff, my crap went out about, your comment you made about the pedophile. I wanted to hear a little bit more about what you had to say, if you don't mind, Sheila, if I can
No, go
actually
ahead. Go ahead.
elaborate.
It's her time.
Okay. Elaborate on when you were saying about the pedophile. When you said, were you saying that you think they deserve the death penalty? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, that's what I was saying. Cause you asked who would you think you feel should do it, who did a heinous enough crime, and oftentimes they are released back into the community and they go and do it again, and they don't learn their lesson. It's all about recidivism. They get out, they come right back, come right back in, and it's the issue with certain crimes, especially if you're not going to really address it. Like, since they bring them back in the community, they're supposed to be a certain amount of feet from a school and so forth. They end up getting jobs in the school. I mean, it's outrageous to me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And they just continue to
So
repeatedly rape children, traumatize. It's just unbelievable to me.
So you think that rather than trying to rehabilitate people that are pedophiles, that they should just go ahead and kill them?
If they've been found to have murdered a child, so they have raped a child and killed them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they did. I think that that's horrible, and that they should be given the chair or in lethal injection.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and I respect that that's your opinion. Everybody, like we say, we all have our own opinions. I personally don't think that anybody deserves to die by capital punishment. That's just my opinion. But that is a very serious issue what you're saying about repeat pedophiles. So you don't think that they should just maybe be locked away so that they don't repeat it? Or, because death is very serious. You're like, but that's your opinion. I'm not going to try to get you to believe what I believe, but I do understand what you're saying. So I'll just leave it at that.
No, but we having a conversation because I'm talking about somebody that has killed someone's child. I mean that there's a loss there, so there's already been death, and possibly they've killed many people. So death is serious. So
Thou should not kill.
I agree with that. As far as your own personal self killing somebody, like if you get upset because your husband cheated and then you go and kill him, I think that is a heinous crime that is goes along with that scripture. But when it comes to our law and person that's been killing several people in the community, because we're not supposed to. A death is technically only 20 years. Like death isn't really a person's lifetime. Death in the state in law is just 20 years. And they can
But you
possibly get
know
out
what's so
before
funny
that.
about that? Go ahead, peace.
And they can possibly get out before that.
Okay. Well, what about like the police officer? Let's keep it real. Let's talk about Trayvon Martin.
Go ahead, keep it real.
Zimmerman, you know, the guy that killed Trayvon. He got off. He did not spend not one day in jail. I don't understand that. Like, you know, they making a big issue in the state of Alabama that if you kill a police officer, then that you can be, you know, sentenced to death. Florida also have the death penalty. I don't know exactly their statutes on it, but Trayvon lost his life. He did not have a weapon, and he was killed. So what do you all think about that? Like, they're making such a big issue about people killing police. Zimmerman was not a cop, but I just used the example of him. But what about all the other killings that are happening, and nothing's been done about these people?
And that's why I was saying it on your channel. I was saying the same exact thing. You know, and it's so funny because they even brought up Emmett Till killer. Remember the man?
Oh, yes.
I mean, so, and then with the woman, she said she lied, whatever. And they were like, oh, what we going to do with her? Oh, remember, murder don't have no limitation. And they had mercy on her because she was older.
Exactly.
And with him, oh, he couldn't go to jail because he had all these health problems and stuff. But still, y'all killed a baby. I mean, just different stuff they did to us or whatever. And then we supposed to have mercy on them. But yet,
now, are you talking about?
They justified it. I'm just saying they justify this stuff. And even with the cops killing different ones or whatever. But when it comes to us, they always give us the max. And like I said, in the day, nobody. Put them in jail forever.
Yeah. I just don't get it, you know. They sentenced this guy to life already, so that's pretty much a death sentence in itself. He's never going to get out again. But why take the life that he does have? I just don't understand
because
it.
They're making an example out of him. Like I told you, they're going to open up doors for them to do anything else besides murder. I'm telling you how these people operate. I'm telling you, that's why I said those people had plenty of decades to come up with a solution, to get together, because it's not even about him, it's bigger than him. Our people don't think like that.
Right. Sheila, if you don't mind, if you could tell your viewers if they would go and click that link that's in the description under in my chat, please, because I don't have it on here.
Okay.
But you know, we've got to get it out. We've got to get this word out to get these signatures.
Can y'all describe the peace? Love, peace and love and happiness, wellness. Because she just her topic and something was wrong with her computer and I had just finished it over here. But really I would like for y'all support each and every one in the you know, in the chat. And she really doing her little news stuff on her channel and I really like it and I really want to support her channel. And when you gonna talk about this again?
You know, honestly, I was thinking about, you know, I come on every Sunday about 6:15. So tomorrow I may just try to finish it up and everything because I don't want to, you know, take up your page and everything about it. And I'll probably have my laptop better situated then. But you know, it's important. It really matters. It's very serious. It's very serious. So that's what I'll probably do. I will do it tomorrow. I'll finish it, and that'll give me time to read a little more in depth with it.
Well, I want you to get someone up for them because we were just coming into the end. So for a person who coming in, don't understand or in the clouds hearing it,
Okay.
don't really understand what we saying. Could you give them like
Okay.
from the beginning to now?
I will. I sure will. And I appreciate you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, it's a guy in the state of Alabama. His name is Nathaniel Woods. Nathaniel Woods was involved in a crime back in June of 2004. What happened was he was at a drug house in Birmingham. He and his homeboy, Kerry Spencer. Kerry Spencer is the person who actually killed the 3 Birmingham police officers were killed in June of 2004. Kerry Spencer has admitted to the murders. People there have testified that Kerry Spencer was the one who pulled the trigger. Kerry Spencer is also on death row, but his execution date has not been set yet. Nathaniel Woods is set to be killed by lethal injection on March the 5th, which is next Thursday. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get the word out. There's a petition going on to sign that if we get at least 75,000 signatures. I did not start the petition, his sister did. Nathaniel Woods' sister started it. She lives
Hold
in
on
Georgia.
1 minute, peace. Hi, Trisha. Okay, you say you
Okay.
just stopping by, saying hello. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, Trish.
Okay,
Go
so like I said, there's a petition that's going around. If you would go to my channel and look on the description of the link of the live that I just did, it probably is loaded by now, hopefully. There's a link that you can click and it takes you to the actual petition. It's on change.org. And it also tells you a little bit about the case. This guy has been in prison since 2005 when he was convicted, well, 4, but he went to prison in 05. He's been in jail since 04. And they have sentenced him to die for this crime, even though he did not kill the police officers. He was there when his homeboy killed the officers. He did have an altercation with the officer, but he did not fire the shot. So now he's set to die. And this is happening in the state of Alabama. His sister has started a petition to try to get to our governor, because in Alabama, the only person that can stop an execution, which is called grant of clemency, is the governor of our state. She is a lady named Kay Ivey. She's a Caucasian, older white lady. So that's where we at with this right now. And if it doesn't happen before Thursday, then he's gonna die. And even if we do get all of the signatures, we don't know if she's gonna actually grant the clemency or not. So that's where we are at this case. And that's basically a rundown of it. His family was not able to afford a lawyer, so he has been dealing with court-appointed attorneys ever since this began. And that's why people think that's the reason why he is in the situation he's in now. The news has gotten involved. I did a video yesterday of an upload of a news story where they're trying to get together facts and documents to try to help this man. And his name is Nathaniel Woods. He's now 44 years old, that's set to die in the state of Alabama. And I appreciate you, Sheila, for letting me put the word out. So that's what it is.
You know what? And and I appreciate you telling the people about that, because I'm be honest, I did not, I be having a lot going on. I did not know about that. I have not know about that. I thank you for educating me on that. And it's so, I'm gonna do my research on it. I really am, because this is like, wow.
Me too.
Right. You're very welcome. Very welcome. And also the guy that did the extra shooting, I don't think it will be such of a rally about him, because he has admitted that he did it. Not saying that the death penalty is right, not saying that it's fair, but at the same time, I could probably sleep a little better at night, knowing that he actually did the crime. And if they do kill him, then somebody that didn't do the crime and that will die for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it's kind of twisted, but yeah. So I'm gonna like I say, tomorrow I will finish it. I will touch on it and on my channel, and hopefully I'll have my equipment, a little bit better running. and see what we can go from there. But this has been wonderful. I appreciate you, Sheila,
Mhm.
for letting us finish it. And that's probably pretty much everything that I had to say about it. I just,
Okay.
Yeah, thank you,
yeah.
Sis, you
Sheila.
have any words you want to say?
I just wanted to say thank you, Sheila, for letting us finish it over here. And
And
Peace,
y'all
Yeah.
welcome. Go
I
ahead.
didn't know about the Emmett Till that
Mm-hmm.
you told us about before, Peace, and I didn't know about this. So I really think that you're informing the community about really great issues, and I think that you should stay encouraged to continue.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Tim. I
It
really
was
do. I
beautiful.
appreciate that. I
Mm.
appreciate that. And I encourage you to do the same, and all of us that, are stepping out on faith to bring a voice to different topics. And everybody, is not the same, and we all operate in our own element. But at the end of the day, I think it's all beautiful.
That's right. Well,
Thank
I was going to do a topic tonight. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I'll be hitting on different like males and female topics and things that people don't want to
Yeah,
really talk
yeah.
about, and addressing these things on the YouTube streets, because YouTube be having its own little world that's not realistic. So that's not come and play the devil advocate on these YouTube streets.
I understand.
I'm a mess, right?
I like it.
I have
Why
to,
you not
man.
gonna finish it tonight? Why you to wait till tomorrow?
Oh, that's right. Why you not finish? You should have finished it tonight. Hey,
No,
I'm in
I'm
my
talking about
pajamas. I'm
you.
comfortable. I ain't going nowhere.
I'm talking about you, Sheila. You finish
Oh,
your
okay.
topic.
Oh, that's right. Well, I got hijack y'all my panel. Oh shit,
Yeah,
it's on now.
I'm gonna drop off the link, and then you can go ahead and do your thing. I'll be
Y'all
in the
stay
chat
right
now.
on it. No, oh
You want to talk
no,
about
no,
relationships? I
no.
don't want
Y'all
to
ain't
talk about
going nowhere. Y'all
relationships.
in the Holy Ghost arrest. Y'all ain't going nowhere. It's a good topic too, child.
I love
Mm-mm. Bam. It said, who is going to hold us adults accountable for our actions? Now, reason why I put that topic, because a lot of things saying about us, Generation X, us males and females, that a lot of stuff that going on in the new generation that we have not taught them different stuff. And even with the young girls, the way they're dressing, the guys sagging their pants and stuff. When is the part that we play into that? In our life, things we doing. Who hold us accountable for our actions? So I'm hitting it. This like a big section I'm hitting. You there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I hear you.
I think ultimately the community is what holds us accountable because as you see with the whole Lizzo situation, she thought she was dressing sexy and appropriate with the thong thing that she created, but it was the general public that screamed out about their disdain to it.
Mm-hmm.
And really, if nobody has a problem with the way um a person really comes out into the public, they don't really give you no trouble. Like a lot of people support the sagging pants. That's why they have it, because all colors wear it. You got white people sagging. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
it's beyond just a African American thing. It is a culture that has been embraced. So therefore, you have people that insist on doing it. But when it comes to something that is not as acceptable, then I feel it's really the community when you're an adult when it comes to your certain fashions.
Okay. Okay, I want to make some shout outs. I hear Okay, Ward, you say you listening. Thanks for coming in, William, Alan, Godchild still here. Hey, Just, how you doing? So we got one more seat for Amel, the one be on the panel. Just if you want to hop on, cause this is a topic we saying who hold us adults accountable for our action. And you just saying about Lizzie with her thorns, and you were saying the community. Okay, I had put down like this. Who gonna hold us accountable? Okay, we could say, can it be our spouse, our partner, our family, community, different things? Can it be our elect officials? And then also, okay, you hit on the community. Do you want to hit on any of our family members or anything?
I believe our family members play a role.
You said what? What you say?
I believe our family members definitely play a role. Definitely.
Okay.
They also could push you into a certain look as well. You know, like some of them, they might want you to dress a little bit more professional
Yes.
or provocative. I think it goes with the pushing of the elders in your family. But I think all of those people you mentioned definitely impact the way that a person expresses themselves as far as their clothes in the community. But you know, we do move with backlash. If you get certain backlash, a person either they have to really stand on that stance that they're doing and keep moving forward with the backlash, or they just gonna change. Because depending on the backlash that you get, because I remember when Lady Gaga had went to the Met Stadium and she only had like a halter top on, like a bra. She had a bra, and the audience was totally not in support of that, and she left. And they put that on the news. So I definitely think it's backlash that really can move a person, because they could think that they looking good in their bed in their home, but then when they come out, if the people don't like it, family, so then you change up.
Okay. Now we talked about dressing, which that is it go back to our parents as we get, as we younger, but as we get older, we do what we want to do. We could be raised a certain type and taught, certain things, but as we get older, we do what we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, who holds our kids accountable for having babies out of wedlock, multiple kids they can't afford, and majority of them getting assistance off our tax dollars?
But they also do that independent too. Like, like when the person they got parents who tell them, you should get married first and so forth, and you got the church, and then but
these are young ones. These young ones. These not even, majority are not even 18 yet. These are young babies.
Yes, but they meet somebody that tells them against the grain of what they were taught. You know how they'll say, oh, you're so attractive, you're beautiful, in a way that their family isn't talking, because now it's it's a sexual kind of thing, and it entices them to think that they got support from this side, when in reality they get what they want, and then they just leave them on their own. Because when they enter in a relationship with somebody, they think that person is going to support them.
Okay.
Because that's the promise that they're being made. Because especially if a girl is like young, like she's 14, and this dude is like 25, and he got a car, a house, and everything, they think that they are going to be supported.
Okay.
And hello, it's a lie.
I hear you.
They lying. They lying the whole time. And the parents are telling them, I don't like that dude. He's too old for you. This and this and this. Even the community that he's not going to be right here. And the guy's telling them, I'm going to be there for you, baby. We don't need to do this. You don't need to listen to them. They hating me. They against me. Lying.
Oh, so you think the encouragement coming from the guy?
it always is from whoever they dealing with, even the woman.
Okay.
They always telling them that they got them, but they don't. That's why they come back to the family, or they just leave altogether because they embarrassed to have to go back to their parent sometimes, and then sometimes they'll come back, but they still hoping that that person going to really turn out and come and get them. That's how they go back to them, because the person said, no, I didn't mean that. That was wrong. I didn't mean to make you run away. And then they bring them back in just to give them more trouble.
Hey, Keisha. I mean, Sheila.
Yes.
First of all, how you doing?
How you doing? Who's this, Black?
That's right.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Oh, you got something to say on the topic?
Oh, well, not on this topic that you just, started on. I want to say something real quick on the previous topic about the guy in Alabama.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, the problem with his case is that he was an accomplice. Okay, and what will have to be done is the guy who actually pulled the trigger has to confess and admit that there is an organization out there that they work hard, understand, on cases like this to get guys, freedom, or for this guy, at least life in prison. He won't get the death penalty.
Yeah, like the NAACP and stuff.
No. It's man, you know something? I was just going by your channel, you understand, and I heard the topic matter, and I say there's an organization that can actually help this guy. They've been getting guys released from prison, especially innocent guys. I think it's the Innocent Project.
Yeah, the state, the feds. This is a federal program,
No.
because that's what Obama was doing.
No, that's not a federal program. It's it was a couple of lawyers and whatever that got together, and they was taking on certain cases where the guy was innocent or he was unjustly incarcerated and things like that. And like they deal with cases like the one that y'all was discussing. I mean,
I know what case you're talking about, because they did a lot of that in New York too.
Right.
And it was going under the Eric Holder and all of them.
Yeah.
And I forgot the name of it, but it was under the grant was under a federal grant.
What his people will have to do is contact this organization, understand, get them involved, and they could probably understand, get a stay of execution, understand, and try to deal with it to get the other guy well, they can get him clemency, or they can get a reversal, you understand, where he get life in prison.
But my thing is, she said this happened in 2006. I mean, like, come on.
Well, look, some of the guys that the Innocent Project deal with, they were locked up, you understand, 20, 30 years.
But I'm saying, when our community just gonna wake up? I mean, come on. If they do this to this guy, they're gonna open up the doors for any old thing. And that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. Once you get the enemy an inch, he's gonna take a foot. I mean, like, come on. This could not be acceptable in 2020.
Well, you know something? It's based on the leaders that they have in the community. Okay, if you have a non-productive leader, you understand, you're gonna get non-productive results. In Alabama, you understand, it's all about the law. It's about the law. It's about the prosecutors that play hardball.
They're still holding that old slavery stuff, those laws and stuff. What you think about that, Tim? I mean,
I never heard of the Innocent Project, but I think it's something that like he said, the guy's sister should be looking into, the one who put the petition together.
Mm-hmm.
Because If they already have the resources and they're already based in Alabama, they could probably make a move because that he's supposed to be getting this sentence done next week. That's like hardly no time. So they gotta be on the move with this because this is crazy. It's such short notice we getting it, you know.
But I think, you know something, Sheila might be right. I think the Innocent Project is in New York, or it started there. But
Eric Holder, remember Eric Holder? Because what they
right.
was doing, this started for getting the drug dealers. Remember all the people were doing drugs and stuff, and they got then it went to the murders. Yeah.
No, well, I don't know if it was drug dealers. I think it was the guys that were the sex offenses, and I think it was murders and what have you. When they first started, you understand, they took on the hardest cases because the guys have been complaining that they were wrongly incarcerated. Okay, and like they got a couple of guys out, and then they just started getting guys out across the country.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, Sheila, we got to wake up, but you gotta understand though. Wait a minute, but you gotta understand though. Here's the problem. You have a young generation that are not really paying attention to what the previous generation, is saying to them.
Mm-hmm.
And their attitude is that like they're going to just, do their thing without realizing that it's all based on planned incarceration. Let
me tell you something, Black. Yeah. When I came back from Indiana to New York, and my friend, she advocates for guys in prison. So we took on the case. I mean, they had scoop up like 45-hour babies. And I don't live in the inner city. I live in the outskirts. So she was like, well, Sheila, I need your help because that's what you do. You advocate for people and stuff like that. And she do the prison. So I was like, it's nothing I'm familiar with. I do women's in the facilities. I don't, go on their cases. Their case is already done. I just, go within the court and stuff. And I don't know, somehow we done came up with all this stuff. We had another lawyer, he helped us or whatever. We got like 20 our boys out. Let me tell you something. All those boys, they're framed. Majority of those kids, they're framed. And that's why I'm saying our people really have to wake up because majority of them, they go to court. They make them say they're guilty. They're not guilty. I mean, like I said, again, it's the haves and the haves not. And we really have to pay attention to the court system and stuff. Because when you don't have the money and you don't have somebody to go in that courtroom with you, they have your baby play guilty. Majority of them innocent. They don't challenge them. They don't ask questions or nothing like that. And it's very sad. It's sad.
But that's why I think that's because they get intimidated by the law. People that are in position. I feel that too many Black people in general are intimidated by people in position, forgetting that they are people that just have jobs. These are jobs. And they do not, they get messed up because they don't read. And therefore, because they don't read, they can't challenge. They don't have a base to challenge because they didn't read what was written. Because I used to take people to take the families to school suspension. And yes, they push them even in the school system level to go straight for, if they got to go to, they trying to fight the suspension, they try to tell them, just say you're guilty so we can get on with this. And I said, why would you say you're guilty? You don't come before a court to say you're guilty. If you didn't do something, you got to read the statements and then you know what to challenge. Because oftentimes the person that's trying to save your kid needs to get suspended and they're trying to put something on their permanent record. The parent is responsible to read it. You don't get a lawyer. You got to read the paperwork. So that's the main reason why a lot of people get into bad situations because they're not reading.
Okay.
And this is hold on. This was Maxwell. He said this generation is lost. They go against their own for other race. We never did that growing up, and we do. Instead of us sticking with each other or whatever, we do that. When we get in a position of jobs, we don't let the other ones come in, whatever. It's sad. But go ahead, it's sad. We have to stop being our worst enemies.
Okay, can I give you a couple of demonstrations? But let me respond to what y'all just said.
Go ahead.
I was told, you understand, when I had, an action with the judicial system, and I was appealing my cases and what have you, I was told that ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Ooh.
And like, what basically what you were saying is that people are basically ignorant of the fact that they should know the law or should become aware of the rules and all that right there, so they can have a clear understanding of what they need to do to get out of whatever situation they place themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do have prosecutors who build their political career off of the convictions that they get.
You right.
Fact.
You right.
Okay. Hold on. I remember a case, you understand, where there were three guys who allegedly had committed, you understand, a rape on a woman.
Mm.
Okay. And like they got DNA from one guy. The other two guys said that they never, sexually assaulted the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And like they had already been in, prison for 15 years.
For 15
So being
years.
that the one guy,
Wow.
right, but being that the one guy, you understand, his DNA was found inside of the woman, automatically he was guilty. And being that, he admitted to it, and he said that the other guys did not participate in it, they still refused, you understand, to release those two guys because they said, well, they was there at the scene, and simply because their DNA was not found inside the woman, don't mean that they didn't have, intercourse with the woman.
That's ridiculous.
And you know something, that was like a hard pill for me to digest, you dig, because it was unfair. It was based on that prosecutor's political career and what have you. And that's what happens, when you don't become aware of the law. Because, when they told me ignorance of the law is no excuse, I said, oh, I'm supposed to walk around and learn about the law all day long? And the answer is yes. You got to learn how to protect yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Having said that, though, I'm gonna get off here, Sheila. It's good to see you going. Hey, my channel will be up and going, but it's about, you understand, music, you understand, and you hear about it. You dig, stop on by. Well, I do, Sheila.
Hello, Chief. So you have to leave, or you doing something, or you want to stay on the panel for a little while?
Something. I don't jump on panels.
I know you don't, but you jumped on mine, so you know what? You might as well stay on for a little while. Because they go right back to the top. They're going to roll right back to the top of what we was talking about.
Well, Sheila,
who's going to hold us accountable? Now they go right back to knowing the law.
Sheila, we shared the panels. We shared our panels before.
I know.
That's why I jumped on you, and I'm showing the support.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's a good thing.
When I hear, you understand, a good topic that has been discussed and like more information is needed, especially if you're really trying to do something sincere or you're trying to get a message out there to impact other people, to reach other people, to deal with the ignorance in our community, to deal with, a lot of things that's happening, across the country with our people.
Yes.
See, I'm okay. Look.
And you know what? Wait a minute. And then Max put just like this, and I'm glad you brought that up, Max. He said, "You right, Carmela Harris built her career off of hurting black folks.
Oh yeah.
For 1 hour votes, she had to hurt mine, and that's right. You know what? And they do. That's what I was saying before. We need to challenge those judges. They have to run for office, the DAs and everything, but we don't. Majority of us don't even know about. Majority of those judges had to be run for those seats. And you got to look at the history. Who they put behind bars? How many years? And I mean, come on. We had to really wake up. And it go back to us adults. If our kids in trouble, whatever, sometimes we can't be there 24 hours. Then we work, we take care of home and different stuff, whatever. They're going to get in trouble, whatever. But who going to be in those courtrooms with our babies?
Okay, let me say this real quick. What was the woman? There was a senator in California, but before she was a senator, she was a prosecutor.
That's what we talking about, Carmela.
Okay, right. Now check this out. The thing with her is she was the one who helped scripted the three strikes law.
With the Clintons.
Right. In other words, if you go out there and stand and you get arrested 3 times, you can spend, the rest of your life in prison. Okay. Mm-hmm. California has always had some weird laws anyway, because the guy George Jackson, I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was a political advocate, that was locked up, you understand, at the age of 18, and he got a life sentence for stealing $97 in a robbery. Okay, they ended up killing him in prison. But
my God, horrible.
My point is this though. This woman Rice, you dig? She came into trying to be, to run for the president. You understand? By playing the black card with black people. I'm a sister. I know how you feel. I know what you think. This is what we need to do. Even though she's married to that white man. All right? And she had sent a lot of black men and women to prison. But my point in bringing it up was this. Every black person, you understand, is not a brother or a sister. And we got to become aware of that. Because we've had more brothers and more sisters betray our race than ever before.
Yeah. And so I'll be telling people too, I'll be harsh, whatever. You better tell your kids, do not do no crime or nothing, because let me tell you, the end of the day is they don't have no mercy on the blacks. They don't. And that's why I just thank God that my 2 daughters ain't never been in no, jail cell or whatever, crimes or whatever, because this is real. I mean, we really had to teach our kids this,
Yeah.
Come on, don't break the law. Don't. And then not even that, it's just like once you do that, you mess up your whole career.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get no federal job, no state job, or no criminal background.
And see, that's the whole point of it, though. That is why you have so many blacks incarcerated, because it's not meant for you to go out there and get a quality job or to become, a powerful component in the system.
Yeah, but it's sad that, it's sad that it had to get to that way that, you know what? You got to teach them at a young age. I tell my nephew and them, look, the end of the day is, I don't care if the other kids acting up in school, you can't do that. You here to learn. I say, your teacher have your education, you got to get yours. And I told him, I said, you know what? We're not playing that being a class clown and all that other stuff. Nope. I'm teaching them at a young age. And my niece teaching them too. What she young. She had them in her late 20s, but still, they're babies.
Sheila, what most generations forget is that there was a time in this country when we couldn't get an education.
That's right. Right.
We were brutally murdered, you understand, and whipped on the whipping post. Okay. Likewise, you understand, we couldn't vote. None of that. All right. And it was intentional. And that system has never actually changed. Mm-hmm. The rhetoric has, but the system itself has not changed. Okay. And like, we got to be realistic, that no matter what we do, we always are walking on target. Mm-hmm. That's come. I can't wrap my head around this great divide between men and women, you understand? Because I don't know what women are thinking about in terms of like dealing with this system. They're going to empower you, but they don't give a damn about you. Yeah. And they're just, men and women are going at each other, you dig? And I'm saying, wow, this is coming from within.
Yeah.
Nobody,
This is something. This ain't. Let me tell you something. This ain't no time to be playing. The end of the day is I'm gonna keep it real. They ain't trying to do no blacks. They ain't trying to do no blacks. That's why they have no sanctuary cities. Get no Mexicans come up in here. No Latinos. Everybody else. And like I said, I changed my party. I ain't mess with no Democrat. I'm like build a wall all around.
right,
Because we
because
got to get it straight. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that we done went through so much and still got nowhere. The mentality we had.
Well, I think we do have a black excellence component. I mean, where we have people that are in good positions, but when too many of us come up, you get backlash. I think that's because when Obama became president, don't you think we had more massive murders to black people than ever before? It
We
was a backlash.
did.
We had a backlash because of that. The black excellence movement.
Well, he ain't do nothing for the black.
He might
really
not have done that indirectly, but remember he did bring in the brotherhood. He remember they had the brotherhood initiative under him. We had
and they turned on him. They turned on them too. The ones in Chicago, they turned on.
But I think because of just the symbolism of a black man in any kind of position over Hillary. Remember, they was trying to get him to even pick Hillary to be his running mate. He said no. He picked Biden. So they was really
remember, he
upset.
couldn't really do nothing because the senator really the votes and stuff. He couldn't really do nothing. He only could do but so much when he was in there because he had all odds against him. We're gonna keep it real.
But he did bring America to a black backlash with the black communities. They got killed more than ever.
They have, and you know what? They have. This young boy got killed in my community under his.
Let me say this, please. You got to understand when you say black excellence, you understand exactly what that means. Okay, you have blacks today who have got out there and they have worked hard to get in a position that they have gotten into. Okay, and as a result, they build this attitude. It's a preset mindset that they look down on some blacks, and actually what you actually see, which is part of what this country does to black people, you see a black racism.
Yes.
In effect.
Yes.
Okay. So we see when you use that word black excellence, okay, it sounds good, but when you get down into the dynamic of it, exactly what is it? Okay, and like what you got to do, you understand, is you got to filter out the guys that are actually doing something, for blacks across the country, opposed to guys who are doing something that's catering to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Obama, you understand, didn't really do a lot of things. All right. At times he was scared to do it. And then don't nobody want Hillary in there because Hillary is the cold killer.
Right.
That's their legacy. The Clintons, you understand, have been killing people, you understand, going all the way back to when he was a governor. All right? So we got to be tactful and intelligent about how are we going to bring people on board. We can't sit back and say, okay, well, like, I'm not going to deal with that Pookie or Ray as they have started to call people, or the hood rats and what have you, because they're just too uncouth. They're too uncouth, you understand? And like they don't never do anything productive, and they're just laying up, you dig, on the system.
Right.
You actually have some blacks who actually judge other blacks like that.
Yeah, we do.
Even though it's a proven fact that a lot of people have been raised up from the concrete that have went on to become outstanding people, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what was placed in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me give you an example.
Go ahead.
The other day I was reading, Mike Tyson, you understand, got this show. It's something like Kicking It with Tyson or something like that. It's kind of getting speed because you get to have a different look at Mike Tyson. Okay. And like you realize that, wow, this guy's truly intelligent, articulate, and like it was the money and the people around him that kind of, you know, put him on his course, and he you know, he freely admit that. But how many of you remember the boxer Sugar Ray Leonard?
Yes,
I remember him.
Yeah.
We used to watch him all the time.
Okay, now let me ask you a question then real quick. What was your impression of Sugar Ray Leonard?
I thought he was a good lightweight fighter. I thought
I
he
thought
was
he was
fast.
intelligent.
He was a beast.
Yeah, he was fast. He was quick. Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know, he was the kind of fighter that
He was a
could hit you-
thinker.
well, hey, they could hit you 3 times, you understand, and like you think you've only been hit once. Okay. He was a guest on Mike Tyson's show,
Hmm.
and like I'm looking at the show, you understand, and he suddenly said, you know, when I started boxing, you understand, and when I was, you know, my first pro fights, I was
Hi, Jamari. Go ahead.
I was sexually molested by one of my trainers, and it threw me for a loop. I say he was sexually molested by one of his trainers, and here it is. He was this fierce boxer. He was the beast, and like when he said that, the impact of what he said, you understand, hit Mike Tyson so hard. Mike Tyson actually started crying
Mm.
because he couldn't believe him. But my point, though, I'm bringing that up is saying this:
Go ahead.
despite even going through that sexual molestation, or you know, someone touching him inappropriately, look what he grew to become. Even though now he did have to, you know, climb out of his pitfalls or what have you, because he got into, you know, cocaine and like he used to abuse his wife and all that right there.
Hmm.
But now he has stepped fully into his manhood.
Yeah, he matured now. He older.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know. So there are a lot of obstacles out there, you know, for blacks, and like even the great people that we admire and we praise and we worship. You know, they got a story to tell.
Can I ask? Do you think that we got so relaxed and comfortable and forgot what all our ancestors went through?
We choose to be ignorant. Okay, it's just like when it comes to
Do
economics.
you agree with that, T?
But I mean, like, you know what? I'm just confused. Just bring me back for a minute for the Sugar Ray Leonard. So
Yeah.
with the Sugar Ray Leonard, was he molested by a black man or a white man?
You know something? I guess he had to have had a black trainer.
Go ahead, y'all
But-
talk.
but-
I'm gonna be
but-
out the room for a minute. Go ahead.
But I don't really. He didn't say whether the guy was white or black. He said that he was just molested, and like he didn't take, you know, any kind of a defensive, you know, actions against the guy.
So do you feel that with that in mind, you know, with that out there on this platform, so do you support the LGBT movement and the whole transgenderism, you know, awareness and getting people to have, you know, because you know the Democrats have a whole LGBT agenda in their whole you know, platform.
Okay, do you want me to answer you honestly?
Yes.
No.
No what?
I don't support him.
Okay.
Okay, let me break it down to you like this real quick. And I'm gonna try to make as much sense of it as I possibly can. And like, I mean, each person is entitled, you know, to think the way they want to think and all that right there, okay?
Yes, we have a free platform. No judgment.
And any judgment is just a common sense of, you know, way of things. When it comes to this LGBT thing and, you know, the transsexuals and what have you, we got to go back and understand to what our creator said. You know, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. You can't tell me that to say that you're making love to another man and you're going up in his intestines and you're making love to his intestines, that's an act of love. Okay? It is not an act of love. To say that a woman, understand, who has made the decision, understand that she want to be, you know, lesbian, you know, etc. And she get all these toys, devices, you know, the strap-ons and all right there, dildos, you understand? And she uses to desert up in a piece of plastic or what have you. That is not normal. It's what people choose, you understand, to say is normal, but it's not normal. Okay.
But they also include that they say that they don't want to they want gender reassignment. Cuomo from New York gave them the right to change the gender on their birth certificate, and it's a whole component with the Democrats.
Well, see, you know something. You just went straight over what you know I said, because you're talking about gender reassignment, whatever. The fact is, you understand, the butthole, you understand, was used, you know, to defecate out of, not for anything to go up in it. It wasn't meant, you understand, for a woman to stick a, you know, a plastic device up in her, you know, because reproduction and all this right here. So,
can I say something?
Yeah.
Fashion, she had posted this for life. She said, I believe we have forgotten to teach our children about what happened to our ancestors. That past help you understand the future. That is so true.
Yeah, that's true. Matter of fact, the current generation reject all the knowledge and understanding that our previous generations had, you know, had went through. To be honest with you, I stopped believing in the law when I read in a law book a long time ago that in this country, through the Supreme Court, the most brilliant minds, you know, in this country, they said that it was right to own another man as a slave.
Yeah, you better go ahead.
And like, you know something, when I read that, I said, no, those are supposed to be the brightest people in this country, the most intelligent, you know, our beaming, you know, intellectuals. They said that it was right to own another man and to tell that other man that you're an animal. You're less than a human.
That's how blacks can get us so far.
Right. So I never really believed in the law. Right. Yeah. I never believed in the laws, you understand? And even to this day, you have certain counties and certain states that are still getting rid of the racist laws that they had in effect way back then.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, when they go right back when I was saying that that's how we got to deal with the law. See, all that shutting down stuff, rallies and all that, you got to hit them with the laws. Change those laws when they go to the inner city, the county, the state, and the national. You got to hit them with the laws. I mean, a lot, like I said, there's always a devil in the details. And they don't realize in the inner city, that's how they're making their money. They're going to let the poor be poor because that's how they're making their little money.
You know,
it's ridiculous.
You know, the amazing thing about it is that, like, never before have a black man or black woman been able to make the kind of money that some of these young people are making. All right, the millions that they're making, even though they're not really doing anything with it other than buying expensive cars, a ton of jewelry, you dig, that they really can't cash in later on. But never before, you know, has that opportunity been there. The fact is that everybody want to become a rapper, or a basketball player, or a football player, and they really don't want to become a biologist. They don't want to become a doctor. They don't want to become a high-performing lawyer. And as a result, you know, they choose, you understand, you know.
Okay, keeping it. William, I hear you. Go ahead.
They choose, you know, the quickest way out of, you know, whatever economic problems that they're having. And our problem when it comes to economic is this, and you got to remember this.
I'm gonna hit y'all with something. Go ahead. Okay. I'm gonna hit y'all with something.
Right. I'm just making a statement, then I'm gonna shut it down. As a result of what we came through, and you know, our economic power, you got to remember what happened. You understand, in Oklahoma, back in the 20s.
Go ahead.
When blacks, you know, were given the 40 acres and a mule, and they took it and they worked wonders with it, and they built a powerhouse there. They had, you understand, bankers, black bankers, and doctors and what have you, and the powers that be, the racial attitude that it is, they went through there, you understand, and completely destroyed that town or what have you. So now, what we see with a lot of blacks across the country is they're a dollar dumb and a penny smart.
Mm.
They let other nations and what have you come in, take the dollars out, and they don't say nothing, but they raise hell about the pennies that they lose.
Hey Jess, how you doing? It's so funny because I was saying to my daughters, I said, you know what? Chi, you from New York. Remember a couple of years ago we had a blackout for a whole week?
Yeah.
Remember we had that blackout. Now before that blackout, my mother always taught us there's gonna be a time when you don't have no electricity, no water, nothing. She said always save up for a time like that. So I had came back from in the end I had moved back home. And that always stuck with me. So I was staying with my daughter when I had moved back. And I said, you know what, let's stock up on some water, whatever. I said, because I see you ain't stacking up. She had like 2 or 3 cases. I said, no, you need a lot of water in case that if the water shut down, we don't have no water, we could take a bath, wash up, at least for 2 weeks. And she was like, Mom, you crazy. I said, you need canned goods and everything. Don't you know when we start doing that a month later, that's when we had that blackout?
Wow.
We had that blackout. We had candles. She said we had water. We had all kind of can. And she was like, Mom, she said, wow. And I had told her, that saved us up for a week. Then after a while, we had went to this hotel because they had a generator. So the woman was there. I went to school. She said, Sheila, we got a suite here. I said, okay. I said, well, we're going there, whatever. But what I'm trying to say, I told my daughter, I said, now, it's going to come a time that I think that was an experiment the government did. I said, now, what y'all need to do now, I said, I'll probably be dead and gone. I said, now, I want to get a house with a lot of land on it. So we could do our own, grow our own food, our own vegetables. I said, and then have a basement or whatever. I said, in case the lights go out, anything happen, whatever. I said, remember that last time in New York? I said, when we was in New York, she was like, yeah, Mom, yeah. I said, now think about it. And she thought it was all wow. Now 10 years and went by. She was like, she don't want to do that. But I always think about that. I said, I want me at my retirement home. I'm thinking about going to Myrtle Beach, but I want something with a little bit of property. So, I could do my own vegetables and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that because my grandmother taught me how to do that. Her father was a farmer. We had 90 acres of land. Down south for stuff. Yeah. So our family like split or whatever. And they taught us how to, do different stuff or whatever. Plant apple trees, peaches trees, flowers, tomatoes, lettuce, cucumbers, eggplant, all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sheila, I'm gonna make this last statement, and then I gotta get going.
Go ahead.
Check this out. I want you to remember this. On YouTube, you hear a lot of these guys talking about, we can empower ourselves and what have you. We can do this and we can do that, right? But you got to understand what your power base is. You brought up a good point, you understand, about being able, to survive, you dig, by your own standards, okay? Mm-hmm. Now look, across the country, if we were to have a rebellion, understand, what could we actually accomplish? We don't, control transportation. We don't control food production. We don't, have a true army, that has the warfare materials, that the United States has. There's a lot of things that we don't have. So what actually can we do? All right. Now, you got to understand what your power is in terms of they need people, you dig, to work, within the system, to keep the system going. Have no don't get it twisted.
Good.
White people, you understand, would drop a bomb, you understand, on black people, you dig, in this country. All right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you know, without hesitation. If you go back and look at the history, understand, when they was going through the war and they felt that the Chinese that they had over here or the Japanese that they had over here, you know, weren't right, they put them in a concentration camp.
Yes.
Look what they did, you know, with the MOVE group, you dig? The one black, the one black, you know, mayor, that was a black mayor. Yeah. He bombed, you understand, that one house, that one unit, but he burned down almost a whole block.
That's right.
Yeah. So you got to understand what your power is, and you got to understand what you're doing and what you're advocating. Okay? You just can't have random talking, you understand, because, like, you know, the system has proven over and over again that whatever you think, you know, solution, you know, came up, you know, with you did to really deal with them, they don't create, you know, 5 other, you know, 20 other problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you know what we do? We have to. Go ahead, T.
But that's why they talk about the foundational black movement, the FBA.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, Bernie didn't want to talk about reparations. He said that he don't know what reparations is. That's why he lost I couldn't believe Bernie Sanders had the audacity to say that when asked about reparations. Like, mostly everybody that's running for president does not have the black people on the agenda. They do not have any policies.
They never do. And then we're not really making it. Let me tell you something. Do you know the state of New York? We got that on the table. Do you ask your senator about that? Yes, in the state of New York. No. I asked Jonathan Jacob, our senator. I said, Jonathan, okay, yeah, you ain't know that, did you? You know how long they've been sitting on the table for?
Forever.
They've been sitting on the table for almost a year and a half. And I told my son, I said, you know what, Jonathan? Because Jonathan, he was the head of the Democrat committee. He was a city council. Now, I said, Jonathan, when you going to bring that up? Oh, Sheila, you know, I said, no, Jonathan, I'm dead serious. When is you going to bring that on the table? Stop playing with me. Yeah,
and
it's on the state of New York.
Look on it. Trying to bring it.
It's on the table. Ain't nobody mention it. They mentioned it one time, and they put it on the back burner. I'm telling them to bring it back up, to vote it back up, put it on the agenda. Cause remember they got to put it on the agenda, and once they put it on the agenda, and then they vote on it.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about reparations.
The guy already talked about it. He talked about that for a whole month.
Oh, it's horrible.
I was in the hospital. Yeah, he talked about that I was watching on TV. He talked about it for a whole month. He was up there acting fool to one of the senators.
Sheila, I gotta go. You're saying you keep building. All right.
All right, Black. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Mella.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, this on the table. They just ain't bring it up. Hey, Mella. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. But T, I appreciate you, girl, hanging in here with me.
You know I don't have no problem with that. I'm so happy that I'm getting exposure to 2 platforms when I could hardly figure out how to get on it the first time. I'm so happy.
See, look, and then how you doing with your channel?
I'm doing okay. I'm at 300 now.
Okay,
I got 300 followers, so I'm happy.
Okay. Mel, if you want to, you can jump on the piano, but yeah, girl, please. I'm trying to do a little bit live so I can get views or whatever. So everybody on the other sector, so ain't nobody really coming over here now. But I said it's better than that because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want no drama on my page. I want to be low key. I want to be relaxed. People come here in the chat or whatever, feel comfortable. I don't want drama on my page.
But one of the problems when it comes to, you know, a lot of monetization and sponsors is that they try to make you be scripted, you know, like they tell you what you can't say, what you can say, and that's what makes it challenging too. That they don't want you. They don't want you to really tell the truth, because now you're getting sponsored. So now it's all about how you pushing whatever sponsor you got. And they'll tell you, I don't want you to talk about this, and I want you to talk about that. So it's really wonderful to be where you can be comfortable, talk about whatever you want, however you want.
Yeah, because I have a couple of sponsors want to sponsor me, like in because my channel was about clothing, and I said, God, I said, you know what, ain't nobody really, I could do the day of the outfit, because I was doing my first and stuff like that. I said, but I like to talk about different issues and stuff, Like now they dogging us women on the YouTube streets. Oh God, girl. I'm in the sector. They just be acting up over there. They be girl, please. Let them tell them once you 50 years old, you dead. You might well give it up. Ain't nobody want you. This, that. I'm like, well, that's y'all say on YouTube. Shoot, I'm 52 years old. I got young guys trying to get with me. I don't even date. I'm celibate. I ain't even looking for no men. But
they're not in reality though. But that's when you see that people talking more than they in living. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people out there doing stuff. They talk a lot of nonsense because they're not doing nothing. Because I went to one of my friends' birthday parties that turned 50, right? And she was sharing the platform. We went to the casino in Queens, and they had people celebrating other birthdays as well, as far as 70, and everybody was just sharp. They had a DJ from WBLS or whatever. Please, everybody was dancing. So I don't know, people that they choose to think that is over because they want to choose that. And people still out there, they traveling and everything.
Yeah.
Upper 80s, and they traveling.
Please. My grandmother was driving till she was 72 years old.
So those people don't know what they're talking about. They talking about, oh, it's over for me once I turn 30. I don't know what world they in. They obviously not mingling.
Please. My life beginning at 50. My life beginning at 52. Shoot, I'm ready to get my little retirement home down south somewhere, and mama gonna,
That's wonderful.
Shoot, I'm gonna live my life. Shoot.
You said Myrtle Beach. I've never been to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, child.
I never been to Virginia Beach. I never been to those places.
Really? Girl, how long you been in New York for?
I've basically been all my life in New York.
Oh, all my life. Okay. What part of New York you in?
Well, now I'm in Manhattan. Oh, so I've been in Manhattan. Yeah, I'm in East Harlem. I've been there for about going on 15 years now.
So you ain't far from 125th Street.
No, I walk there. They changed that a lot. I don't know the last time you been over
down there visiting my brother. And I probably like, what? You probably know me, Chad, please. You probably know my brother Jerome.
But have you seen how they made all those changes with the Whole Foods, the Shake Shack?
Hello, Brassman. Yeah, they changed a lot on 120. I'm like, they're trying to change that to Fifth Avenue or something.
They got the Olive Garden, the Red Lobster. They got all those things. They couldn't keep the Crab Shack. They said the Crab Shack, the people was stealing people's credit card information. Girl, please.
They ain't need no Crab Shack anywhere. You know what? Yeah, they should. They don't need that. They don't. Bad enough they got Red Lobster. They don't need that.
Yeah, they got Red Lobster, but you probably get in a hotel.
Yeah, he told me.
They got a whole bunch of stuff coming in.
Ain't that they got a whole bunch of stuff right by Apollo.
Yeah. I said, wow. I said, this is amazing.
Then we got to meet up now, girl. Because I'm thinking about going there next weekend. Shoot, I'll be going down. I'll be down there tomorrow. Yeah.
You got your live schedule for tomorrow, right? Didn't you say you do live on Sunday? You didn't. I thought you do your live on Sunday.
No. I just started doing my lives. I'll do it any day. I just pop on.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Peach. She do.
I was on it when you was talking when you had minutes.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I was on the live when you had the men talking, and that guy, you had
Uh-huh.
the guy that was talking about he was talking about you know,
The red pill.
he was asking about polygamous relationships
Oh
and stuff. Remember that
yeah.
one? I was on that live. I
Uh-huh.
was like, wow. I thought that was a really deep live. I liked it.
Yeah, it was. I was like, sometimes when I be quiet, I just be thinking, I be like, wow, these young boys this. So, oh. And I've been so isolated. I don't know about all that. I'm learning all about all this stuff on YouTube about different stuff, you know? Yeah, because I was
Yes,
married for
yes.
25 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was married for
Wonderful.
25 years. So, I've been locked down. I've been locked down since
Right.
I was like 18. So after my divorce, I took care, my kids and stuff, whatever. One of my kids, she was grown, but the other one, and then I really started just really doing me like a couple of years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why you say you live in life at 52.
At 50,
I
I
like
said,
that.
yeah. I said
I like
50.
that.
I'm living in them because I just had a grandbaby a couple of years ago. So,
Oh,
so
congratulations.
now he's 3. Yeah, he's 3. So I told my daughter, I said, so I had stayed here because I supposed to have been moved. So I had stayed here a couple of years after she had him. And then I said, okay. So the agreement was after he get a couple of years old, then I could leave because I'll, help her with him and stuff. Then he'd be in school. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that. So I really enjoy. I love your live, Sheila. And just tell
Oh,
you,
thank
you got a
you.
fan here. You got a fan here, and I appreciate
Ooh,
being on your
ooh, ooh.
panel. I'm gonna go now. Like 10:30.
Okay,
But
I'm ready to go
I'll
to
see you
shut
again.
down. All right.
Okay.
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 Thank
Have a good
you.
night. Good night, everybody on live.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night. Everybody, I'm ready to close down. Now, I appreciate each and every one in the chat. And I thank you for y'all beautiful comments. It's a blessing to just, y'all showing y'all support. I call y'all Sheila Angels. So everybody have a blessed night. And I will see y'all on the YouTube streets. Good night. Good night, life. I know. This this said 50. I done hit the wall 50 times. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a blessed night. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming.